Okay, so if people in the United States have anything to be thankful about, we just kind of talked about it, the cost of the annual Thanksgiving Day feast down a bit this year. So how did we get here? How did these prices come down for the third year in a row?
Well, the good news is we've been working to increase the supply, and greater supply often lowers the price overall. I also think there's a desire among retail grocery shops to really keep prices down. And some of these retailers are actually using things like turkey to be a loss leader in order to get people into the store so they can buy other goods that they may be more profitable for the store.
So they drop the price of turkey a few pennies a pound, and that brings people in. So it always depends on what one serves. But what items will be the costliest this year? What has gone up?
Well, it's interesting. Two things have really gone up is, and two of my favorites actually. First of all, sweet potatoes have gone up, I think around 38%, and
Wow.
fresh vegetables have gone up. And you might wonder why are sweet potatoes going up? Well, surprisingly, a lot of sweet potatoes are grown in North Carolina, which was affected, of course, by the hurricanes earlier this year. So things like weather and supply shortages can come into play, and other things such as tariffs can affect the rising cost as well.
So, you've talked about North Carolina, and that's interesting. But there are other areas where the supply chain is very important. With the disruptions that have been in the supply chain, is anything else being impacted?
Well, there are other areas that prices are going up as well. Uh, but overall, it seems like there's been a lowering of prices. Uh, Tariffs can have a temporary impact. Right now, tariffs have can be anywhere from 10 to 50%, have been causing an increase in prices. But the question is, who's going to eat the cost? Is the consumer going to? Is the retailer? Is the manufacturer? Is the country? And quite often, a lot of consumers end up eating the cost of increasing tariffs.
And we also have reported extensively on flu outbreaks among poultry. Now, I know it's turkey time of the
Yeah.
year, but of course, people are also going to be talking about chicken. I know that in a lot of areas that's very popular as well. So has the flu outbreak affected the price of Thanksgiving dinner this year?
Not as much as you might think, because it happened, a lot of it happened earlier this year. And surprisingly, turkeys and chickens can be quickly replaced. But I want to assure everyone that your turkeys and your chicken are very safe, USDA inspected and approved. And make sure, for those of you that are cooking, that you're putting the proper temperature. Don't ask me that. My wife handles the cooking part of it, but make sure everything is safe and healthy, and it will be for you.
Yeah, those meat thermometers are very important this time of year. You talked a bit earlier about grocery store holiday deals that are out there. Kind of talk about the way this is working, because if you're going to go into a grocery store, you're going to buy a lot more than just a turkey. So, as you mentioned, if they reduce the cost of that, then people buy everything else that comes with it, and plus the other things that they need once the Thanksgiving holiday passes us.
That's right. And a lot of it's the convenience. We don't want to take the time to go store to store to store. We'd like to do a one-stop fits all, so to speak. And I'm really pleased. I'm not here to promote any retailers, but companies like Walmart and Aldi's are offering a dollar. I'm sorry. What was the
$40, yeah, I think it's a
well, I'm
$40.
sorry, $40.
Right.
Yeah, $40, not $20. $40 dinners, which, as you mentioned earlier, there's not quite as much food in it, but that may be an unexpected benefit for people maybe trying to cut back a little bit. Although I wouldn't suggest trying to lose pounds during the holidays.
Yes, for me, it's like trying to beat the 4-minute mile. It can't be done. Also, should consumers expect more volatility? Because just what's going on around the country right now, we have so many issues up in the air, the concerns about the consumer confidence and everything else weighing on this. How is it going to affect holiday meal budgeting moving forward?
Yeah, I think you're going to see short term, there's still going to continue to be a lot of volatility in pricing. Again, the kind of long-term jury isn't out yet on tariffs to see what the long-term effect will be. They can be very positive or they can be very negative. It depends if they're being used as a weapon, which is not what I would recommend, or a negotiating tool. Because when you get into things like trade wars,
Hmm.
now you're seeing the effect across prices across the board.